Hey, Cody, your insurance agent here. I just wanted to make this quick video and talk a few minutes about renewals, the state of the market, and what to expect for probably the next few years. So we've had several meetings with carriers and insurance providers over the last few weeks, and everyone is telling us the same thing. Rates are going to increase. There's nothing on our end that we can do about it. Just that they're telling us probably for the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to be seeing consistent rate increases. They can't tell us how much. They're feeling like they're getting this inflation problem under control a little bit, but still working hard to try to keep up with it. Some of the things that have impacted insurance rates over the last few years have been, one, obviously we had COVID, supply chain shortages, inflation. We have, specifically here in Arizona, we have more people moving here out on the road. More people that are on the road creates a higher risk on the auto insurance side. We've had wildfires up north that have been catastrophic losses in some cases, homes lost, resulting in rate increases there. We've had hail damage, wind damage, rain, you name it, it's been happening. Again, on the auto insurance side, which is more specifically what many of you look at and the bulk of calls that we take is the auto insurance side, those rate increases the last few renewals have been 20, 30+%. And I understand that can be hard to keep up with. And I just wanted to ensure you that we are doing everything that we can in our power to keep you guys in the best plans possible without sacrificing coverage. Some things we can look at if you want to explore options of bringing those payments down. The absolute last thing that I recommend is, if we've had a discussion about your liability limits and we have those set at a level that we're comfortable with, the last thing I want to do is take those liability limits down. So options that we can look at to manage this a little bit, if it's something we need to do, is we can raise deductibles. Many of you are set at a $500 deductible. In case you didn't know, I'm sure you do, but just to reiterate, your deductible is the portion of a claim that you're responsible for if you need to file one to fix or replace your vehicle if you caused an accident or a vehicle stolen, things like that. So typically we set those at $500. You can go all the way up to $2,500 if your vehicle's financed. Some lenders do not want you going above $1,000, but those are options that we can take a look at if you're comfortable there. I would much rather look at an option like that might cost you an extra $500 or $1,000 if you need to lose that or use that coverage, rather than decreasing liability limits, $100,000, $250,000, and an accident happened and now you're $50,000 short on liability coverage rather than being $1,000 short on a vehicle. So from a risk management standpoint, those are the things that I look at if changes need to be made to a policy. I assure you, with these large rate increases, some of you that have seen them, we have taken a look and re-quoted your insurance plans to make sure we still have you in the best place. And if I haven't called you and said I have a better option for you, where you're at is the best option for you. You may call around somewhere and somebody give you, an intro discount to get in for your first term of your policy. I guarantee you every single company out there is increasing rates. It's happening across the board. One company is just not going to take a rate increase and others are going to decrease 30%. That just isn't the way insurance works. That being said, again, all the carriers we've spoken with have said that these are starting to level out. They're not at a fully comfortable place to say that they're not going to increase rates anymore, but they told us to expect smaller increases over the next 2 to 3 years rather than these 20 to 30% jumps in a lot of cases that we've seen. So bear with us as this market's still trying to stabilize. It's been absolutely insane. Tough for us to keep up with, obviously hard on all of your pockets when you see those rate increases. Just know it's not just you guys. I've personally experienced it. My last 2 renewals, both of them have been 20+%. We don't file claims. None of us have any accidents, tickets, anything like that on our record. And both of our prior renewals have gone up 20+%. This last one was 34% on my personal policy, and I did not go and run and change carriers. One thing that is not talked about enough is carrier loyalty when it comes to shopping and your insurance costs. If a carrier looks and sees that you are changing companies every year, every 2 years, and with let's just use glass replacement as an example. I just had a windshield replaced on my truck and looked at the claim costs for that. I used a preferred vendor, and the cost for that windshield replacement to the insurance company was almost $1,000. If I'm paying $100 a month for my auto insurance, which I'm not, I'm paying a heck of a lot more than that, just throwing out easy numbers to use here. If you're paying $100 a month for that vehicle for your auto insurance, that's $1,200 for the year that you've paid. Well, you have one glass replacement for the year that cost the insurance company $1,000. Now all they've made off of you as a customer, which that's not even pure profit because they have admin costs and back-end costs that go into managing your policy. There's $200 left on that policy for the year that the company has. Again, they've got back-end costs that they have to use to manage your policy. So we'll say it, one glass claim on a newer vehicle that requires calibration, because all these newer vehicles have the cameras in the windshield, and that's the bulk of the cost of that claim when I looked at it, is that camera calibration. The company's now lost money on you being a customer for that year. So if you're filing a glass claim every year, okay, we see that on our end, carriers see that on their end. They run loss reports before they offer you insurance. If you're filing a glass claim every year and the company's charging you $100 a month for insurance, they're losing money every year they're insuring you. So if you go to switch companies and a new company sees that, they're obviously going to say, okay, this person is filing a glass claim every year. Here's what it's costing. We're going to rate them X amount to make sure that we're profitable on them being our customer. Any business runs to make money. And insurance companies aren't an exception to that. So if you're wondering why, if you're going to shop and you're not seeing better rates out there, which again, we're doing the shopping on our end and we're not seeing better rates, that can factor into it. Okay. So I just wanted to shoot this out there, let you guys know that we are proactively working on all of your insurance plans as your renewals come in. We have new carriers coming on board. Right now we're in a hard market, and again, we're going to continue to be for the next few years. Truth be told, companies are not wanting new customers. They're just not wanting it. They're not giving favorable rates when people are looking to change companies for the reasons that I outlined a little bit ago. So staying put right now in this market is honestly, in many cases, the best thing to do. But we're going to continue to be proactive on our end, as we always are. Anytime your renewal comes up, we're going to shop it and make sure you're in the best place. And we will call you or email you if we have a better option. One thing that does go out to all of you, or should be going out to all of you, is your opportunity to schedule an insurance review with us at your renewal, where we sit down, we evaluate your coverages, make sure your liability limits are still where they need to be, go over any changes or anything that may have happened over the year that we need to update the insurance if we haven't done that already. You should get those offers to do so anywhere from 60 to 45 days prior to your renewal. If you're not getting those, let me know. It might be a glitch in my system that just isn't sending those out to you. But you should be getting those, and I invite you to take advantage of them. If you have any questions you want answered, or we need to make updates to the plan. Okay? So thank you guys for clicking on the link in the email. This is the easiest way for me to get communication out to everybody. But again, just wanted to hop on and address some of the changes in the industry and keep you guys that you have a fantastic day. As always, give us a call if you have any questions. 480-613-8387.